back, and I lied last time. I said I would be back when I was 11 weeks, but it turned out we were in Disneyland when I was 11 weeks. I don't know why it sounds like I have a cold. Excuse me. We were in Disneyland when I was 11 weeks, and at that point not much had changed. I was just kind of feeling better and just this kind of the same as I was at 10 weeks, and so now I am 12 weeks and 3 days. So let's get into this. So I'm gonna read to you what is on my app. So like I said, I am 12 weeks and 3 days. The baby is the size of a large plum. It's 2.5 inches and 0.5 ounces. And I have 27 weeks and 4 days left. Seems like so long. So let's talk about symptoms. I have been feeling nauseous this week, not to the point that I feel like I'm gonna get sick or how I did in the beginning. I just have, I start to gag at random things or smells, or the thought of something starts to make me gag. Then if I like put gum in my mouth or drink some peppermint tea or eat something kind of bland, that usually helps. And so yeah, that's kind of been sucky because I thought the nausea was gone, but I'm still in my first trimester. Technically, I should be out next week or the week after, I think. I can't remember. It's either 13 weeks or 14 weeks when you're in your second trimester, and people say different things too. Another symptom is I am already producing breast milk, which I think is very early. I don't think I had breast milk come in, or you know, little leaks this early when I was pregnant with Foster. I know it came pretty early, but I don't think it was this early. And I think that's because I had only stopped breastfeeding like 4 or 5 months before I actually got pregnant. So I don't know. And also, my clothes are getting tight, including bras, shirts, pants, everything's getting tight. And I feel like I'm showing way more this time. And I know I said that in my 10-week video, but I really feel like I am big. I know I'm not, but I feel like you can see. You're either thinking she's newly pregnant or she's been eating a lot, and my clothes aren't fitting. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go back and check at my old vlogs to see where I was at this point in my pregnancy, because I just feel so big. So I didn't tell you guys this in my last pregnancy update, but I had a lot to talk about. I had to sum up from, what was it, 3.5 weeks to 10 weeks in just a short video, and so it's kind of all over the place. But I did have to go in for blood work early because I was having cramping, and they wanted to make sure, you know, my HCG levels were doubling, and so they were going to take my blood one day, and then 2 days later they were going to take it again, make sure it had doubled and all that good stuff. But I got a call the next day after I'd gone in and got my blood drawn. The next morning they called and said, okay, well, we got your blood results and we would like you to come in for ultrasound. And I'm like, okay, is everything okay? And they're like, oh yeah, everything's good. Your HCG levels are really high. And shouldn't make it sound like a bad thing, which it normally isn't. And then I started to think, I just said, okay, well, I will come in for an ultrasound tomorrow. And then I started to think, what would make your HCG levels high? So I looked it up, and the most common thing is that you're either further along in your pregnancy than you thought, or it could be twins. And so I was thinking, oh my gosh, it could be twins, because I know the date of my last period. I'm like kind of freaking out, like thinking, how am I gonna breastfeed 2 babies and also take care of my 2-year-old? And I was just kind of stressing out. So we did go in for an early ultrasound at 6 weeks, and it is not twins. At least at that point they couldn't see that it was twins, but we have been in for another ultrasound, and it was just one baby. And when we did go in for our 6-week appointment, we saw a heartbeat. So that was really cool, because a lot of times you don't see a heartbeat, you just see the yolk sac, and yeah, it's never guaranteed that you're gonna see a heartbeat. So we have an appointment coming up on Thursday. This is Monday, and this Thursday we have an appointment, and I will be just about 13 weeks. I turn to a new week on Fridays, so I'll just be about 13 weeks, and we are supposed to be able to hear the baby's heartbeat through the Doppler. I'm really excited for that because I remember that was really special when I was pregnant with Foster, and I think it's pretty cool that I've already had 2 ultrasounds and got to see the baby twice, even though it's not normal and too many ultrasounds can be excessive, but it just always makes you feel better when you get to see your baby and you get to know everything's going good and the baby's healthy, it just feels good. For like the first weeks of pregnancy, I did not clean at all, but I had the want to clean. Like I kind of felt like I was nesting, but I just had no energy, so I was like going crazy in my mind. I'm like, I want to clean, this house feels so dirty, but I have no energy to, and I feel like I'm gonna get sick. Now I'm starting to get energy back and feel like I can actually clean more and do a little something something. I swear my husband is nesting more than I am, because I had a migraine yesterday, which has been another symptom this week, is migraines. And so he let me sleep in. Yesterday was Sunday, so he didn't have to work. He let me sleep in, and when I came downstairs, he had cleaned out all the closets downstairs and had all the stuff everywhere. And he's like, look, I cleaned out the closets. I'm like, yay! It's just really random, and it kind of sounded like something a pregnant lady would do, but no, it's my husband. Yeah, so I said migraines has been a symptom this week, which is no fun. It just really enables me to be able to do anything but lay there with my eyes closed. And yeah, if you have suffered from migraines, then you know. If you haven't, you probably think I'm being very dramatic, but I'm not. So, oh yeah, no fun. I really hope, my doctor seems to think that it will get better as I get further along in my pregnancy, and I'm just hoping and praying that is the case, because it is just terrible, and it's really hard because I stay home with our almost 2-year-old. He'll be 2 in March, and that age, they are crazy, they're everywhere, they're getting into things, and so it's kind of hard, but thankfully I have not had a migraine while I have been home by myself with Foster. It's always been when I have had help from my husband or when I'm at my mom's house, and so thank you, Lord, that I haven't had one yet, and I pray that I don't when I'm alone with Foster, because I honestly don't know what I would do. I got some new leggings. I'll show you. You'll see them in the belly shot, which I'm going to try to do a better one this week than I did at my 10-week one. I got 2 new leggings from, where is it? Burlington Coat Factory. I didn't know they even had maternity there, and it is so hard to find maternity where I live. I live in a small town, and there's no Motherhood, there's no Old Navy, there happens to be a Burlington, and so yeah, so I went there and I found some leggings. I got some in black and some in gray, and they're exactly the same legging, and I've been living in them because I'm not big enough yet to fit in my maternity clothes, my old maternity clothes that I wore with Foster, but I am too big for my clothes that I wear when I'm not pregnant. So I just love these things. They're so comfortable, and yeah, so every day I've been in leggings. So for stretch marks, I already have some on my sides, and that was the only place I got them, except I did get one on my tummy, or maybe a few on my tummy that you just can't see anymore, but you can definitely see the ones on my side still. They just were pretty bad. But anyways, I don't care about stretch marks. I don't care. I wear my swimsuit, whether it's 1-piece or 2-piece, I don't care. Sometimes I just feel like wearing 1-piece, sometimes I just feel like wearing a 2-piece, and that is not going to hold me back having stretch marks. I honestly feel like they're beautiful. They're from when you were pregnant with your baby, and we make it out to be such a bad thing when it's really not. I have stretch marks just from growing as a child, so I don't know why we make it as such a bad thing. Anyways, with that being said, I am using Palmer's Cocoa Butter Formula with Vitamin E Massage Lotion for stretch marks. Like I said, I don't really care if I get them because I most likely am. From my understanding, they're genetic, and my mom got them with her first pregnancy. She didn't get them with her second. So that is my 12-week update. If you have questions you want me to answer, just leave it down in the comments, and leave me comments because I will write back. And like this video if you liked it, and if you want to subscribe, then subscribe. I would love to have you along for my growing baby bump. And let me do the bump shot. And these are my leggings. They just look like normal leggings, but they come up higher. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in my next update, which will probably be in just the next couple weeks when I have stuff to update you on. Alright guys, bye!